I believe it was Sean Smith.
Sean Smith's crew said that's pass interference. That's illegal contact. Same corner, 2 calls, both of them obnoxious. Yeah. Both of them cost the Indianapolis Colts the game.
As one of my writers said, that ball was uncatchable by Dwight Clark on a ladder.
It was in the tunnel almost.
They stopped him 7 times. 7 times. But when you throw that flag, now defensively, you aren't giving me a chance to win.
The Indianapolis Colts lose to the Cleveland Browns 39-38. This episode of Real Friends of Football, with the addition of the Indianapolis Colts, it's going to be a conversation, guys. It's going to be a conversation. Anthony Richardson is out for the season. Gardner Minshew is here manning the ship. And so we have to see the positives, guys. And yes, the refs blew it. The refs blew it. I'm not here to say they didn't. I'm saying they blew it. But what I'm also going to say is, you guys aren't going to the Super Bowl this year. I'm sorry. You're not. This team is so talented, though. I have some key players that I need to go over in the game that I saw against the Browns. First things first, the Browns were a legit team. Legit. Defensively, that is. And Gardner Minshew ate them apart. We're going to get to that a little bit later. But the valuable assets that we are still seeing with this Colts team are immaculate. Josh Downs, rookie wide receiver out of UNC. All he has continued to do is just make me look like a genius. Because I was harping on this homie from the get-go, from the jump. If you guys remember us, for the faithful of Real Friends of Football, you guys remember those videos of me talking up Josh Downs. Big Dog had 5 receptions for 125 yards and a beautiful touchdown on that wheel route concept that had him hugging the boundary the whole time. And he has a beautiful 69-yard receiving touchdown. So that's beautiful. That's the diamond in the rough. Impressive touchdowns, and the rookie is the leading singer of these touchdowns. This is beautiful stuff, guys. And another one is this. Julian Blackmon. Oh my gosh. I saw him in the first quarter dissect a trips concept where his key, the #1 receiver, the inside receiver is the guy he's keying, is doing a dramatic wheel right to the boundary where Julian Blackmon beautifully diagnoses it and gets the interception. This is what I like with the Colts. These legitimate plays that are showing the world, hey, we clearly don't have our starting quarterback. We clearly don't know the direction we're going, but we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep going. And then I see number 45. I see number 45, and this is what I have to say about number 45 on the defense for the Colts. We have a player called Logan Wilson. My favorite team, I'm a Bengals fan. All right, so Logan Wilson. I feel as if no one really knows how good he is except for us. So I see 45 making all these plays. I see 45 literally controlling this defense. And let it be known to me, I thought the dude, the one of them ones, was number 53, Shaq Leonard. Anytime I thought, Colts defense linebacker, it was always Shaquille Leonard. But I'm not going to front on anything. Seeing EJ Speed making the plays that he made from my point of view, and then this is the thing, guys. I see him moving. I see him operating the defense. I see him flying to the ball, making crucial stops. And then when you see the C on his freaking chest, it just validates everything. It just validates everything. EJ Speed, you're on my list. I got to look into you a little bit more. If the Colts fans don't mind, go ahead and let me know what I need to know about EJ Speed. Where do you hold him in your regards? Also, guys, I'm broke. I'm a brokey. I need your likes and I need your subscriptions. I need you guys to like the button and subscribe. This channel, and you guys right now just watching it, you're changing my life for the best. Please continue to do so. Bernard Rainman. This was another guy out of Minnesota. Last year, I had high hopes for. Bernard Rainman, the Austrian nightmare. Let it be to my surprise, he didn't play very well. How is he doing in these first few games? How is he acclimating to the game now at left tackle? How has his maturity grown? From what I've seen in this game, I thought he played pretty well. Against Myles Garrett, that is too, guys. Let's keep everything in context. With Myles Garrett, I think he played pretty well. But let me know in the comments how he's actually been playing consistently with these first few games of the season. I gotta know this. And something daunted on my head when I'm watching this game. The impact of Johnathon Taylor. So impactful. So impactful. But And I don't want to do a blame game thing. I really don't want to make animosity within the old fan base because I think that's cheap and I think that is wrong. Anthony Richardson, rookie, who I believe, and I'm on record, you guys can go through the podcast. I'm on record saying if he maximizes all of his abilities, he will not only be the best quarterback in this draft, but we're talking Hall of Famer status. If he maximizes all of his strengths, there's no reason why he can't be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game. Now, I say that to say this. I was told that Anthony Richardson was doing so great in the mini camps and in the training camps, all the offseason junkie stuff. He was doing so good that they had to start him. It wasn't a thing of like, hey, let's throw old man, let's see what it's about. We had to start him because he's going to give us the best opportunity to win. Beautiful. Johnathon Taylor doing his whole antics thing with his contract. Once again, I don't like to get in anyone's pocketbooks. I have a hard time believing that if Johnathon Taylor was always there from day one, he could have protected Anthony Richardson from a lot of those hits he was taking. A lot of those runs, whether it be the quarterback design runs, whether it be Anthony Richardson improvising, and even though when he actually got hurt, it wasn't even a rushing play, it was a weird hit. I would have to believe that if Johnathon Taylor was there from the get-go to alleviate those rushes, to alleviate that pain, to say, hey, we can run a quarterback run here, a quarterback design run here, or we could just give it to Johnathon Taylor, one of the best running backs in the league, to where Anthony Richardson doesn't even have to use his legs like that as often. And then I thought about this also. Anthony Richardson is massive. He's a huge human being. All of the film of him trucking players are from college. Those are boys still. And so with Anthony Richardson coming into the NFL, I understand completely how you just want to do the design runs. But let me tell you something, guys. Even if the body, the muscles of Anthony Richardson look to be built and ready for the NFL pain, I don't think his AC joints are. I don't think his ligaments are. That still takes time. The sensitive areas, those are going to take times with the tendons and the meat behind the muscle. That takes time to grow. You don't just work those out and they become as strong as you. So give him a few more years, because this is what happened with Cam Newton. You throw him in to something so early where, yeah, he has the muscle and the strength to deal with the pressure, but the ligaments and the tendons, that's going to take time as a man in the NFL to grow that and strengthen that. So things do need to calm down in that department. But I have to say this, I think you guys are fine. This is going to be a tough year for you guys. We're gonna check back in later on in the season. I would say this if I were a fan of the Colts. If this was my team, I would say this is going to be a down year. This is going to be a tough year, but we can put ourselves in position to get Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, the Vikings just won their game and the Patriots just won their game. These bad teams that are in front of y'all, they're winning. There would be no such more beautiful story to have the name Marvin Harrison back in the Indianapolis Colts facilities. Nothing better than that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think your team should still be fighting for playoff spots? Do you think you guys should be gutting out these tough wins? I'm just saying it from a realistic standpoint, an analytical approach, not from my heart. The best thing for you guys to do is to lose. Unfortunately, my team lost a lot, and we got Joe Burrow, we got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and a few other gold mines. That's what losing gets you. And I think with Anthony Richardson, Johnathon Taylor, and potentially Marvin Harrison, you have an opportunity to do some great things. But also, is Michael Pittman a 1? That's a question. I need to know. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.